very, 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 very thankful.
Thank y'all for coming. You know, it's we're about family too. You know, we love to get together. And but this is nice. And we're glad to be the host.
Thank you.
I think you guys are the perfect host. I think you guys are the perfect host.
So there were three things. Another thing was when I went to Gigi Village in Appalachia, and I sat at that counter, and I ordered some orange juice. I think it was orange juice because I was on my way to work, and she looked at me.
You know better than that.
You had to sit at the counter. Nobody sat at the counter.
Nobody said black sat
Yeah,
on
because
it.
it's always white sitting at the counter. And she looked at me and she left. And then there was a politician from Baton Rouge was there at the time. And he told her to go ahead and sell. And I don't remember who he was, but he was running. I know he was running because I seen him on TV, and there he was. And then he told her to serve him. And she did. And I took my silver and I left. I didn't sit there. But I was sitting there and they didn't want you to sit there. And it was simply that when I went back, petition all night down, everything black and white was sitting out. Didn't make any sense. Now why y'all did that, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't leave home with that intention. I'm going to go do it.
Right.
That wasn't not my intention. I was going to work. And that just came to me when I was in the store. Somebody said, "Oh, that comes."
The label of troublemaker.
Yes, you will. You know, and we go back and look at Grandpa and Daddy, and it's just, I'm just so very thankful. And to have, you know, Mom still around with us, that's such a great blessing. And you know, and I like to tell people, you know, Mom was a tigress. At one time, she sit back cool right now. That wasn't the mama there. You know what I'm talking about? That wasn't the mama. That mama there was the one sitting. You know, when we went to school, she was in the back of the classroom, man, all the time. I know y'all remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Going
And
through
then,
the U. Passing through the U.
that's it. And everybody knew her. You know, and they knew when she came. The teachers knew when she came. They straightened up.
Yeah.
They straightened up themselves because there were some things that they would say and do that they shouldn't have been doing.
Right.
You know?
And I know the story with Mommy when I'm not sure who she was carrying, but everything was separated for like when you go to the gynecologist. So you had this side for the black and this side, and the black had all the old furniture, you know. And if it was used, they put it on this side. So when Mommy went one time and she refused to sit in that chair because she told them that she can't get up. It's hard to get up. And she sat on their side, and the nurse, she took all running to the doctor, and it's like she's sitting on the, you know, basically panicking. And he came in and said, okay, bring her in first because she was causing, you know, commotion. So she got to go in, see the doctor, and you know what? The next time she came in, the furniture was everybody was sitting together, black and white.
Sit where you want.
You sit where you want. So it's like she made changes. She didn't realize by just standing firm, she was making changes.
And that's what high school was gonna get shots. supposed to go get our shots. I think it was me, John Allen, it might have been Russell. I don't know if Ronald might have been. And they wouldn't give us a shot. So we're not going to give y'all a shot. And
Before it was integrated.
yeah. And mom didn't, kick a lane. But, when we were in that big old gym, it was like, man, we had never seen nothing like that before that big. But we walked out, Mama walked out from there and said, look, we gone. I'm not fighting with you, Doc. We gone. Man, we went to the Opelousas, got our shots, and we were in school the first day. Yeah.
So they didn't want
He
to
didn't want to get a shot.
He
It's a-
basically told me that we don't see colored children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he
You know,
said.
we don't see colored children.
And
Then I'll just say, well, okay, let's go.
yeah, and we just walked on out. I walked on out and followed Mom like little ducklings,
Yeah.
We didn't know where we was going to the slaughter or what. What we did, and that's years
the
past.
time, yeah.
That's years past. That's stuff that you may not remember, or Renee may not remember. There's a lot of things that we never shared that.
That,
We didn't felt like we had to at that time because, times where they try to turn the buses over with us in it and all that. Joe, I don't remember, but
the name calling and I know the story.
family as a unit, and that just so many blessings that we have. When we look back on our lives, and I think about what Mom had said one time when she said that when she remembered all 9 of us at the bus stop were waiting for the bus. I could imagine how that really was, but it's just a blessing that God has still kept us together, and with respect for one another. Because I see a lot of times in families where there's so much disrespect, there's so much angst and so much disgust with family. You know what? But let me tell you what, we've been blessed. I thank God for Mom and Dad and what they did and how much they molded us together, to have the right thoughts. And not only that, but to be able to raise our children in a way that they are, that they are grateful. Grateful. Man, you know what? When it was happening, Mom said, go get that switch, man. And
We go get the smallest we can find.
that's right. Maybe get the smallest one, a little thing like, but go back. Go get something.
Go get something else.
We ain't gonna do that. Oh, you wanna wait for your daddy? No. No. We're gonna take it, we're gonna get a bigger switch for you. And but Mom, we just wanna thank you, for being there for us.
Her guidance.
For our guidance. 'Cause sometimes you see someone and they at the sunset of their life, you just look at them and you don't see that what was in that person, all that vibrancy and to cause things to really change.
And not make a big fuss about it.
Yeah, and not argue, fight, but just do it.
You're right. Yeah.
That's your favorite words. That's your favorite words.
Just do it.
We just did what we have to do.
Yeah, that's what she would say. We did what we had to do.
That was it. Dad said that before he passed. Said, look, I was here, but your mama was the one. She was the one who stood there and stood in the gap when I had to work and I had to do this. So I want you to know we very, 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 very grateful you know, for what all you've done.
And they'd lie, and somebody hadn't said their prayers, they were coming back. And they was gonna get on their knees and say their prayers before they leave the house. And someone did. One of the kids did, and then they told on them. And then that child had to come back.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what they said.
It was a quick prayer.
I don't know what they said. I just wanted them back here to be sure to know. Yeah, don't leave home without God. You got to have it. You got to have it. And I come from a background of that. My mom and my dad did that to me. And when I married, I was so grateful that I married to a family that was doing the same thing.
No prayer.
Yeah, and that back up. That's another thing you said about Dad said about me going to school. But if I didn't have that back up,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
if I would have had the strength.
Right.
But I know I had Grandpa, Daddy, I had Grandpa, and I had Uncle Harry. Now, I know I had God first, but I had them three back up. What I needed to do, I just did it. And it didn't bother me, and I just did it.